You ready?
Yep.
Good evening and welcome to the Garfield Heights City School District Special Board Meeting Work Session. Today is February 13th, 2013. I call today's meeting to order. Mr. Saluka, can I have roll call, please?
Yes, Ms. King,
Here.
Mr. Isom,
Here.
Ms. Morrison,
Here.
Ms. Thomas, Mrs. Daniels.
Here. At this time, I would like to present a motion to amend today's agenda. The amendment that I'm requesting is to move item 4.1 to item 3. And all the items up under 3, if they can become 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, and 4.4.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Saluka, that was moved by Ms. King and second by Ms. Morrison. Can I have roll call, please?
Ms. King,
Yes.
Ms. Morrison,
Yes.
Mr. Isom,
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels.
Yes. At this time, can I have a motion to adopt items 2.1?
Can you, I'm sorry, we could backtrack. Can we adopt the agenda as amended?
Oh, yes. Can I have a motion to adopt tonight's agenda as amended?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Saluka, that was moved by Ms. Morrison and second by Ms. King, and that was the motion to adopt the amended agenda. Can I have roll call, please?
Ms. Morrison,
Yes.
Ms. King,
Yes.
Mr. Isom,
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels.
Yes.
Excuse me.
At this time, can I have a motion for the resolution of the board to appoint an interim treasurer and approve an employment contract for the interim treasurer? And also a motion to approve the resolution authorizing the board to enter into a contract for employment of treasurer as noted on tonight's agenda as 2.1 and 2.2.
So moved. Second.
And is there any discussion? As the area of discussion, I just would like to read something prior to the board voting on these contracts this evening. The motion on the table to approve the hiring of Treasurer Phil Ockel as the interim, to appoint him as the interim treasurer and to hire him as the treasurer of the Garfield Heights School District. Over the last few months, the Garfield Heights Board of Education, with the assistance of Finding Leaders, began our search for a treasurer to serve our district due to the retirement of our current treasurer, Al Saluka. Finding Leaders over these last several weeks interviewed the Board of Education, staff, and stakeholders to determine what attributes we desired in the treasurer of the Garfield Heights City School District. We sought out candidates with experience, high-level knowledge of public school financing principles, a commitment to prioritizing transparency and fiscal stewardship. Mr. Phil Ockel demonstrated these attributes in all the interviews with the Board of Education. Mr. Ockel's experience included finance management and director of purchasing of a local school, senior business analyst in the private sector, and he served as an intern in the Ohio House of Representatives, in which he assisted Representative House with the reviewing of the biannual budget. Some of Mr. Ockel's references described him as follows. He loves his work. He's a refreshing team member. He's very focused. He takes initiative. He has razor sharp focus. He has a strong network to support him through these critical issues. He is humble. He has the capacity to create trusting relationships, Phil gets it. Has the personality coupled with advanced skill set. He's a good choice, are some of the things that his references described him as. These professional attributes, along with his deep roots in this region, grandmother is an alumni of the Garfield Heights City School District, while both of his parents grew up in neighboring communities, Maple Heights and Garfield Heights. With your vote, you have the opportunity to entrust the stewardship of the district finances with a skilled licensed treasurer who is passionate about public education and this community. Mr. Oko, we look forward to ensuring that our district has the adequate resources to serve every child every day together. And with that, can I have a motion to accept the motions on the floor if there's no other comments?
Madam President, we already have a motion.
Oh,
and a
yep.
second.
So that was, any other comments or discussion? If there's no other comments or discussion, Mr. Saluka, that was moved by Ms. King and that was second by Ms. Morrison. Can we have roll call, please?
Yes, Ms. King, Ms.
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Mr. Isom,
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels.
Yes, by a vote of 4, Mr. Philip Oko is now the treasurer of the Garfield Heights City School District. Congratulations. Would you like to say a few words?
Of course. Always like to talk. Am I good?
You're good.
I would like to thank everybody for the wonderful experience that I had meeting the board members, coming to the state of schools, coming to a few basketball games, events, meeting with Al, Dr. Reynolds, the board members, making me feel like I'm at home at the community before I even had my second interview with you guys. I also just want to say that I wouldn't be here without my family and my colleagues. I would like to introduce my family. So my mother, I'm gonna cry. My mother.
Go ahead, we do all the time.
So, yeah, as you said, Michelle, understands we have a lot of deep roots to the community around here. My mother grew up in Bedford, graduated from Bedford. My father graduated from Maple Heights, grew up there. My grandmother is a graduate from Garfield Heights from back in the day. So it means a lot to me, and it kind of pushed me towards the work ethic that I have to be in front of you today. I wouldn't be here without them. Also, I'd like to introduce my great friend, colleague, professional colleague, Tabitha Armstrong, who is the assistant at Bedford. Hopefully the treasurer soon there. So we got our license together, and bouncing ideas off and creating the network is something that I look forward to continue to building. And I just thank you for being here, and thank you to my family for being here, and my 2 brothers in the back. I'm so sorry. Dom and Joe, grew up with them. Obviously, we all went to North Royalton, but obviously being 3 brothers, only 2 years apart each, can be a challenge. But they pushed me and taught me things that only they can teach me. And finally, my wonderful girlfriend, hopefully soon-to-be fiance, Christine.
No pressure.
A woman who is far smarter than I, a case law graduate. So every day she pushes me, even if I don't like it. But I just want to thank all of my support system, all of you guys for taking me in. And I wouldn't be standing here without these people in my life. So thank you.
Thank you. At this time, would any of the other staff would like to have any comments for Mr. Oko?
Madam President,
Ms. King?
I look forward to working with you, Phil, the time that we spend together. Your passion, your dedication for public school shows, it shines, and I think you will be an asset to Garfield City Schools. So welcome aboard and go Bearcats.
Madam President, Phil, congratulations. I look forward to working with you, and welcome to being a Bulldog.
Madam President. Phil, I'm just really excited for you. We talk about passion a lot, or have been talking about passion a lot, and it continuously shines through, hence the tear you almost dropped. But we definitely had a time, making a decision on treasurer, and grateful for you to, walk through the doors, interview, showcase your skill set, the knowledge that you've, displayed thus far, it's definitely given us a good jolt of confidence that we made the right decision selecting you, and all of the efforts and the preparation that you put into the interview process was amazing. So, again, congratulations.
Thank you.
And staff, would anybody like to have any comments for Mr. Alcala?
Madam President. Phil, I'm ready to get this thing started. I'm excited. I'm ready to learn from you. A few things that we talked about that I'm excited to really start exploring it, to ensure that we have a voice on the state level. So I look forward to this, and I believe you're a sports fan, so as long as you don't make me root for the Browns, we're good. We're good. Get beat up out there.
I talked about that. Get on
Did you want to say anything?
No, Phil and I have been talking for a while now, so we're good. I mean, we'll be having long conversations coming up.
Mr. Saluka, we just appreciate your service, and Mr. Saluka was very key in supporting the board and selecting the treasurer, because no one knows this district's finances and the roots. And we just like to thank you, Mr. Saluka, for all your support, your help, your service to the district, and even just your service to the board in ensuring that we have a skilled individual for you to pass the mantle to. So thank you, Mr. Saluka.
Welcome, and you're right about that. You have a skilled individual that's going to take over and do good things here.
Thank you. Well, if there's no other comments, Phil, thank you. Thank you for your friends and family that come by, and thank you guys for just being that great support system for him. He's gonna need you. Even more. If there's nothing else, at this time, I would like to, based upon our amended agenda, can I have a motion to enter into executive session as of 6:21 p.m. for the purposes of discussing legal matters and personnel matters?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Saluka, that motion to enter into executive session at 6:21 p.m. to discuss legal matters and personnel matters was moved by Ms. King and second by Ms. Morrison. Can we have roll call, please?
That's Ms. King,
Yes.
Ms. Morrison,
Yes.
Mr. Isom,
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels.
Yes. At this time, we are going into executive session as of 6:21 p.m. for the purposes of discussing legal and personnel matters. And the meeting will resume after executive session.